Well, one of the top issues facing Indiana legislators during the 2016 General Assembly, concern regarding a teacher shortage. Some experts, though, like Ball State economist Mike Hicks, they don't think there's a teacher shortage, that plenty of qualified students are graduating with teaching degrees. Others, like Stand for Children Executive Director Justin Ohlemiller, beg to differ. And Justin joins us now in studio with more. As always, Justin, welcome.
Yeah, good to be here.
Your fellow frequent insider, Mike Hicks from Ball State,
Sure.
The economist from Ball State. Last week, actually, on the show, and he pointed out he doesn't think there is, and there are others who question whether there is a shortage. You say it's very real.
Well, you know, from a pure number standpoint, if we're just looking at people with a pulse to stick in front of a classroom, there is no true shortage. I think that Dr. Hicks is right on that. But if you dive deeper into the data in specific areas, STEM, special ed, and also subject areas in different rural and urban districts across the state, there is a real shortage of qualified teaching candidates. And so we just, we need to be focused on this issue because teachers have one of the most important jobs in our state when it comes to obviously job production and having a workforce that's qualified. And so we think there's a real need to actually make investment this year in teaching and developing great teachers for classrooms across the state.
And you mentioned it's not kind of a one-size-fits-all when you talk
Correct.
about a, quote, shortage. You're talking about, geographically, diversity, ethnic diversity, those types of things, and subject matter like STEM.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. I mean, the data, and Dr. Hicks even said this in his report, STEM and special ed are two areas that are lacking qualified candidates in the state. And also we're seeing this trend across the country as well. But what we want to see is a package coming out of the state legislature that provides loan forgiveness to qualified candidates. The other issue that I would say, Gary, is we lack diversity in our teaching ranks. And that's really key in our urban communities that have a diverse population. 94% of Indiana public school teachers are white. And so if you look at a district in Marion County or the districts in Marion County, half of our student population in Marion County is African American. And so we need to focus on qualified minority candidates also to teach our kids, because data just shows that if the teacher in front of the classroom can talk about life experiences and look like the children, they're going to relate to them better as well.
As you look at the severity and your view of this issue, how serious is this issue, and what are the potential outcomes if some of the things that you're proposing here, if nothing happens to increase the pipeline, if you will?
Well, to be honest with you, I don't think there's any more important issue in our state, and here's why. And obviously, this is my day job, so you'd expect me to say that. But teachers are this #1 driver of student outcomes. If we get one thing right in our classroom, it's ensure that we've got great teachers in every classroom, reaching, connecting with students. And I've had the great fortune of spending a lot of time with teachers, and there's nothing more powerful than to see a teacher do their job with great ability, reach kids and see them grow. And there's plenty of great teachers in our state. We just need more. We need to bolster our pipeline. And so to me, we absolutely have to be investing in loan forgiveness, especially in those subject areas that we know there's a teacher shortage, STEM, special ed, as well as incentivizing qualified minority candidates to be in the teaching ranks and stay there as well. The other thing we need to look at is career ladders. We need to make this teaching profession something that's part of our 21st century, where we can keep teachers in the classroom and give them incentives to stay there and rise in the ranks in terms of more leadership, more pay as well. Right now, if you're a teacher, if you want to rise up the career ladder, you got to become a principal. Well, there's some great teachers that simply want to stay in the classroom, but their pay is capped in terms of our system, and there's not a whole lot of opportunity for them to grow from a career standpoint. So we got to change that.
What, in your final question for you, is this resonating with legislators? You and others are very passionate about this. Is it kind of getting through to the to lawmakers?
Yeah, well, I think the sort of debate on the shortage has gotten the issue there. I think to me it just becomes, are our legislators going to be willing to find money in the budget to actually pay for some of these programs that are needed? We have to elevate the teaching profession. We have to provide more salary, and at the very least, we have to provide incentives to get talented people into the teaching pipeline and have them stay there. And so that's going to take some funding. And so we're really looking at whether the state legislature and our governor will support that additional funding. We think it's, frankly, there's no better way to spend our state dollars than to incentivize great, highly qualified people to both teach and then stay in the classroom.
All right, an important issue on the education front that continues to get attention. Justin Ohlemiller is the Executive Director of Stand for Children Indiana. And Justin, as always, thanks for being here.
Thanks for the opportunity.
We'll be following the story.
Great, thank you.